this live.
But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Man, Gary goes on and on and on, and we can't start the show.
Yeah, he's too busy talking, always.
Somebody needs to fire that guy. Fire him. Fire him. He's an idiot. Oh, wait, we're talking about me.
God, he's fired.
Man, don't do that.
You told me to do it.
Wow, it's a good thing I've showed up.
Always fun to have you.
Yeah, I
whether
didn't know
you've done your homework or not.
Be here. So yes, I'm going to open this box, and it's the Shin Ultraman, fake Ultraman.
What's in the box?
Producer, full screen, producer, full screen.
The big difference between Shin Ultraman and the fake Shin Ultraman is the shape of the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fake Ultraman is an alien.
Instead of being a teardrop.
Well, yeah, Ultraman is an alien too. They're both aliens.
Yeah, they're both aliens.
A hostile alien.
So I'm going to cut through the top of the box now. A little scissors here.
Use your shooting hand.
I am, and I'm hoping not to cut my fingers off. My hand is shaking so bad. There we go. I'm excited. This came in the mail today. Oh, it's tape on the edges too. This is from Bandai. I bought from their store, so a lot of the stuff is in English on here, but also a lot of it is in Chinese. I mean, Japanese. So.
Yeah, that would be weird if it came in Chinese when it's a Japanese show.
Oh, no. It will happen. Yes, it will.
Yep.
Mark was about to say, yep. I've seen that happen. Like toys that are supposed to be made in Japan were actually produced in China with Chinese lettering on it.
Oh, yeah. All that shit is made in China. I know that.
Well, not all of it. Now they're starting to produce stuff in Thailand and Vietnam and Laos and all that stuff.
Because I expect them to be cheaper than China now. The China's on the rise.
Yeah. Plus, they do a lot less stealing from IPs and stuff. Until they learn to steal it too.
Yeah.
With half of it off. And pull this out.
Ultraman's back door.
Oh, you also had
seriously. It's wrapped in plastic and then in plastic and then in a box.
Yeah, because
That's
the blister
crazy.
can ship the picture, the paint.
And it's sealed in plastic to protect the Wuhan virus.
Sealed with a kiss.
By the way, guys, I've introduced Anima to a really fun show called Barry.
Oh, I love it.
With Bill Hader. And I wasn't sure she would like it. I was so tickled when she said she really did enjoy that.
Oh, I was in immediately.
That's the one who, the ex-hitman, right?
Not ex,
Marine
not really ex.
assassin. Yeah, he's a former Marine turned assassin. Oh, this is just so cool.
And his first job on the show
Yes,
is to
it is.
kill a student in an acting class. And he somehow ends up in that acting class and gets dragged into acting. That is cool.
And it's got the thing that goes around the heel. And I'm not sure which foot it goes onto. Is it the back foot? No.
I wonder why you bought the fake one first instead of Ultraman real guy first.
Well, the Ultraman one that was affordable wasn't one that I wanted. And but don't get me wrong, I'd still like to have it. It's the flying one with his hands.
Oh,
outstretched
yeah,
and everything.
I've seen that one.
And I really wanted to get that one. It was a $2 difference, but I really was like, God damn, I would really like to have that. See, that's not working. Why is it? I'm putting the thing on the foot. This is supposed to be a stabilizer, and it's not stabilizing him. He's fallen over.
On the other foot, maybe?
Nope, there it did it. It didn't click correctly the first time, but that's really fucking cool, man. Got that fighting stance. That is really cool. Also, in case you guys were curious, something else came in this week. I don't want to show you too much of it, but
Well, I'm bi-curious.
Okay.
I buy a lot of things.
I just
I do
wanted
not
to see
judge.
Gary laugh.
I always tell women, well, I'm tri-curious. I'll try anything.
I don't judge. Otherwise,
All right.
now
Here we
Keith,
go.
he judges.
Oh, he judges all the time. Yeah, look at those eyes. Looking at you right into your soul. So this is part of it. This is Vindicated action figure.
Oh,
And I got to finish one thing on it, and then it'll require me. I'm getting some of that stuff, the epoxy clay, and it allows me to sculpt the facial armor. That's the helmet, and it comes with Nogs. You called them Nogs in the IDF, didn't you? Night optical goggles. Nogs.
Yeah.
Or you can call them nods too.
and
we didn't
he
call
wants
them,
to know.
we didn't call them nods, no.
And he wants to know if your Ultraman vibrates.
If I what?
If it vibrates.
No, I don't understand that. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, sex toy. No, Andy.
That took a while.
Well, I'm fucking doing things focused. That's the face, and I gotta use resin to make the mask. And this is all cast in resin. And then I will order more of these and put them together and make them available for people, as well as the contributors to the book. There we go. I think that's fucking cool.
Yes, it is.
Studio today, man. All right, get off me. That's what she said.
That would be regretful.
I really like
Oh.
this Ultraman figure. It's fucking cool.
I would never be able to say that because if Gary was ever on top of me, I'd be pancaked. Not able to say anything.
No, you would just look like Lois did when Peter got off of her.
Yeah.
She was pressed into the mattress. Like he rolls off her and she goes, and takes in a deep breath, like, oh my God. The screenplay was loosely based on Whit Masterson's novel Badge of Evil. In fact, that was the original name of the film. It was Welles who rewrote the screenplay and changed the name to Touch of Evil.
No, he didn't change the name. He was opposing to change the name.
No, as I recall, he changed the name on this. That Welles rewrote the script that he was given and made it his own story, changed a few things. And cleverly, Heston called him out on this. He says, well, according to all the shots and the dialogue, I'm the star of this film, but I looked at the way you're shooting some of these scenes and I realized you have sneakily made yourself the star of this movie. He said that to Welles, and Welles just smiled at him and called him his son, my son. He says, "Oh, you understand me too well, my son."
The
And
info that
Heston loved that. He loved being called that by Orson.
the
You
info
look
that I
like
Weren't
you're
have.
they
facing
like
that.
weren't they like 7 years apart or something?
Yeah, it's like Sean Connery playing Harrison Ford's dad. Oh,
Yeah.
he made a baby when he was 10.
No, Sean Connery and Harrison Ford are 7 years apart.
Oh, I thought it was 10 with those two.
Nope.
So it's the same.
Seven.
Okay. When you watch Touch of Evil, you realize how the opening Steadicam shot was a big influence of the opening shot in Halloween. Well, more so, it's not a Steadicam on that one though, Slasher Fred. This is
The
before
crane.
it was done with a jib and crane, and very cleverly done. And what's interesting is that when he was given the job to direct it, they were the execs at the studio were watching him like a hawk. Okay. And so he went and took the first 10 pages of the movie and did it all in one shot. And they went, well, clearly he knows what he's doing, so we don't have to babysit him. And they left. And then he went about making his movie the way he wanted to make it, which later, even though they liked because they were there for dailies and loving everything. And then when the movie was put together, they did not love that movie. They didn't love it.
I was going to
And
say big mistake, but yeah.
What ended up happening is he headed down to Mexico to start scouting locations in the midst of what is the editing time for this movie. And so he wasn't available, which pissed them off because they wanted reshots. And so they had to hire a different director to do some reshooting. And you can actually see differences, like the scene where they're driving out to the hotel where Vargas is driving his wife out to that little motel. It's a motel, it's a motor lodge. And they did it live in the car on the road. They shot it when he did it. But the studio didn't want to pay any more money, so they shot it with a rear screen projection. And you know it when you see it. It just looked bad. What?
Nothing. I hate to derail it too much. It's like they said, "Fuck it, we'll do it live."
Yeah, well, fuck it, we'll do it live. Oh yeah, the video of O'Reilly. Well, that's sort of like a backdoor thing. So here we go. You breached the backdoor. So
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
So Welles was in hot water with the studio at that point. And he did the best thing he could think to do in a given situation was to write a memo, showing how the film should be edited with their reshoots. And they didn't obey it. They changed the film. They changed the flow of the film. And worse than that, they thought they were making it simpler for the audience to understand what was going on. And what they did is they made it more muddy and convoluted. And so they did what was referred to at first was the full cut. And it wasn't the full cut. But in 98 and 99, they finally got together and got some real fucking film lovers together and went and found his memo and went and put the film together the way he had it written in the memo, which is the closest, because he's dead at this point, the closest you were going to get to what he wanted. And so the film version that you can get today, it's available. You can get it on Blu-ray. You can get it on even anything made after 99 that's on DVD. Made after 99 is the full cut of the film, which is with credits and all. It varies from website to website, but I timed it, and the one we have is an hour and 13 minutes, or 2 hours and 13 minutes.
I have two versions. One of on 4K is an hour 30.
Did you say por qué?
Ha ha ha. The other one is the one that I use for the slideshow, which have the intro text explaining the story of the edit, and
Yeah,
that
see, I
one
don't have that one.
and that one runs for 1 hour 50.
Yeah, that's not the full film. The one with the introduction, which really shouldn't be there on if you're going to do it, you have somebody that actually goes out there to talk and explains what you're about to watch. And but it's the cut we watched is 2 hours and 13 minutes in length. It was what's the name of the Trey Parker, Matt Stone South Park movie called Longer and Uncut?
Yeah. Longer, bigger, and uncut.
Longer,
So
bigger, and uncut.
So not Jewish.
Yeah, clearly. Or a Catholic born in the 60s. So there you have it.
Or a black guy.
Manischewitz, anybody? Manischewitz?
Says longer, bigger, and uncut. So a black dude.
Yep. Yeah, that little floppy, weird looking lip that hangs down on it, making it look like the alien head. Ramon Miguel could have been delivered as a stereotypical Mexican guy, but Charlton Heston's interpretation transcends it. Yeah, it was considered, even at the time, there was controversy over that. There was a lot of controversy around this movie, period. You have RAPE scene, and this is back in the period of time when you couldn't do that stuff. Drug abuse, drug use. Good God, man. So much stuff in this film that I'm surprised it got through, but it did. And for some reason, Orson Welles knew how to skirt the rules.
Well, he doesn't really show anything. You see them go for it, and then the door closes.
In audiences and won top awards in 50 at Brussels World Film Festival. Of course, the French speakers loved it. Well, yeah, because he was very popular in France, more so than Jerry Lewis, which still doesn't make any sense to me. But I love that because he did stage in France. He left the United States and lived in France. That's where he ran into that situation with Eartha Kitt, where he went to kiss her after the opening night. They went to a dinner to celebrate, and he went to kiss her, and he did a full-on kiss, and she bit his tongue and his lip. He never tried that again. And for those of you that don't know who Eartha Kitt is, she was the third Catwoman for TV 1966 Batman.
Some say the best one, which is wrong.
She's not, but I did like her. It was a different take. One, she's really tiny. And it almost like when I was a kid, I thought, is that Catwoman's daughter? I was really confused by why is she so tiny? And
I mean, she wasn't a bad Catwoman.
No.
She was just not the best.
Opened up the Hays Code when he began working in 34. Yeah. But by 58, the grips were their grip was loosening up a lot. And that's, I think the NPA started its existence in the 60s, as I recall. Joseph Green, yeah, Hays Code. And Isma from Emperor's New Groove. That's right, she was in that. Her and Kronk, two best characters in the movie. That was voiced by Brian, what is his name? He plays Joe on Family Guy. Hey, Peter. Okay, so this has that on the at the beginning of the film. Orson Welles envisioned it to be.
Yeah, the version we watched didn't have that.
Yeah, the memo. 58 pages. The little memo.
Yeah, little memo.
Wow.
Some would say a manifesto.
Yeah, again, see now there you go. That's your typical oven clock that you would set timers and they go from 20 minutes to 1 hour. And boy, oh boy. I was talking about that pipe bomb that got found, and it was found in an alleyway in DC with a kitchen timer on it. And it had been there for hours. What problem there? What problem there? Why is there a kitchen timer on it? And why was it left? Either A, the person didn't know how to do a detonator, or it's bullshit. This is Venice in Southern California, and it is playing the part of a border town in Mexico. And it's actually Venice, California. And this is the famous scene that got parodied on purpose in the movie The Player by Robert Altman. And in fact, in his version of the film, it's 2 minutes longer than this one. And in the movie, he's talking about the scene. The character is Fred Ward's character, the studio detective. And just like in this film, the basic plot is laid out for you in the first few minutes. This is originally the first 10 pages of the screenplay. And he wanted to show them how smart he was by shooting it at one time. This is all one uncut scene until the car explodes. And I like the classic Hitchcockian tension built here because we saw the bomb put in this couple's car. So we don't know when it's going to go off. And it could go off any second. We don't know. And she can hear the ticking, the girl in the car.
She thinks it's in her head, though.
I hear it ticking in my head. Well, she's a dumb broad, so
Yeah.
of course she thinks it's in her head. But I love this scene because every single time they have a chance to walk away, this security guard fucking calls him back over to talk to him some more. Finally, he walks away with her, and then the car goes past them again, and then now the explosion. And now he's walking towards the explosion, telling her to stay back. And this is, again, where a lot of the tension gets built in this film, is by keeping her away, by telling her to stay back and stay away, ends up putting her life in danger. Now,
she decides to go to that motel and he doesn't stop her.
Hotel, yeah. Hotels are inside of a solid building. Motels are a group of rooms or a row of rooms facing a parking lot. Just one of those weird things. They were invented here. Motor lodges and hotels, the way they exist.
Well, she calls it the American motel, so I'm using the same word.
Oh, yeah. The room there, though, that's on the Mexican side of the border. That room she's in there at the beginning. And then he moves her to a motel on the American side.
Well, she decides to go there. And he lets her, which is a mistake.
He doesn't just let her, he takes her there.
He thinks she'll be safe there. And she's very convinced about that, too. That's going to backfire.
Knowing that the main villain in the film, well, one of the main villains in the film, his family owns that motel.
Is it called the Bates?
No, but it has a guy in there that acts a lot like Norman. That guy was nuttier than a squirrel's turd.
Was he also a fan of man?
Where's Captain Shin? Scarface, the shame of a nation. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Well, it is. Orson Welles is one of those directors that kind of understood Hitchcock's method. And he's so fucking brilliant in his little things that he does. Like, again, the way it's written, Charlton Heston is the star, but the way it's shot, Quinlan's the star. And Orson Welles was very pleased that Heston caught on to that. Yeah, this whole scene. Just creepy as shit, the way this guy's looking at her and the way they follow her.
Yeah, it doesn't freak her out though. She's
Now-
just mildly annoyed.
Yeah. Whereas she should feel threatened because this guy's the other villain right here. But one other thing I heard some people say, Heston and other people were saying, actually, Orson was in really good shape when he made this movie. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. No, he had to wear a padded suit. I said, I'm not saying he's not wearing padding. I'm saying he was fat when he made this movie.
Look at his face, yeah.
And, you know, so I went and I think I have that photo here. Image file. Screenshot folder. There it is. This was a thriller that he shot right after making this film. Now, I'm not saying he's like fucking fat, but I'm saying he's Lou Costello fat. In fact,
Hefty.
I think they shopped at the same clothier, and he even has the tucked-in tie like Lou Costello made famous.
That looks so weird.
Yeah, it's pulling the pants up too high, the tie gets tucked. But this is actually a really good film too. It's called Compulsion, and it's a fictional accounting of the film or the story of those Lerner and Loeb, the two guys that tricked that kid into getting in the car with them, and then they brutally murdered him just because they thought they could get away with it. But he was fat. You can see it in his jowls. Now, it's agreed he did put things in his lower part of his jaw to make him stick out further. But the fact is, he was round-faced when he made this movie. So Heston and everybody else is full of shit. Bogdanovich, they're all full of shit. Now, when it came down to their information about making the film, they were mostly right. Because there is a documentary about the making of the film. They were mostly right in a lot of their information about the film. But I would pause it and correct them. And like I said, the reason he wasn't involved with any more recuts or reshoots was because he stupidly, and it really is stupid that he did this, that he did his cut and left for Mexico to start scouting locations for Don Quixote. And that blew up in his face. Yeah, that's what I just said. Gambit, are you watching the show?
No, he's scouting Google. Get more.
He actually knows a lot of information.
I know he does.
I just think sometimes he's not listening to me at all. Like I just
either that or echoing what we just said, that it's weird.
Yeah, and yes, and Leopold and Lowe were the inspirations for the movie Rope by Alfred Hitchcock. That was his. So we got Compulsion and Rope are both films about the same two killers. And by the way, in that photo, I forgot. Oh my God. The guy that plays Low in it is somebody we just talked about.
Bruce Lee?
Yes, Bruce Lee. Anybody recognize Ziggy down there? That's Ziggy
No, it
from
doesn't look
Quantum Leap.
anything. It doesn't look anything like Ziggy Stardust.
Sure he does. He's right next to him. Looks just like him. No, that's
David
Ziggy
Bowie?
from Quantum Leap. In the front
Harry-
right.
Harry Dean, whatever.
Harry, yeah, that guy. I always forget his name, but that's who he is famous for playing, is Ziggy.
Ziggy was the guy outside.
Yep, that would appear to him as a hologram.
No, that's not Ziggy. Ziggy's the guy on the computer on the other. You never see Ziggy until one episode. Ziggy's like this fat dude with a mustache. His name is not Ziggy.
Oh. I thought his name was Ziggy in the show.
Ziggy's the computer. Gushy is the guy operating the computer. The hologram is I forgot his name. But yeah, I know what you mean. You mean the guy in the hologram. That's not Ziggy. Ziggy's the computer. Gushy is the guy operating it from the back door. Yeah. And the Al,
back door.
Al is the guy.
Yep.
And yeah, Slasher just said it. Al is the guy who is Harry Dean Stanton? No.
Yeah.
Dean
Stockwell.
Stanton? Yeah.
Dean
Stockwell. Dean Stockwell.
I think we have something for the back door.
Yeah, anybody else can control? I'm doing something.
Martin?
I'm looking for it.
Al. He played Al.
Okay.
Dean
Here we
Stockwell
go.
played Al.
Here we go.
The key to this whole thing is the dynamite. The killer didn't just want Lineker dead, he wanted him destroyed, annihilated.
Over here, Vargas. We're going in the back way.
And now that we're running videos, we need to run one specific video. If I can find it, that is.
Do the snorty.
Yes.
I've got a man voice I can do. Oh, shut the fuck up, Kyle.
Well, he's
Sax
not
is
here yet.
Not here yet.
Yeah, I'm just pulling one of your videos. I don't care. I can do the Tim video too if you like, but he's not here either.
Dude, I have no problem with you dubbing all those videos, and we are editing it. It's the video with you saying the lines. That would be awesome.
Come on, Vargas. We're going through the back way.
Well, this is shot in the classic noir style that he helped make famous to begin with. The Art of Light and Shadow. And he really used the shit out of it for The Third Man. That whole sewer scene, the lighting in that is incredible. And what really sucks, by the way, is Heston was so excited that he was going to get to be in a movie with Marlene Dietrich, and then didn't get to do one scene with her.
It happened.
He's still gorgeous, man.
Oh, she was
absolutely.
hype over here.
Oh, what's really funny is she always kind of wanted to get with Orson. She liked him. And he had no interest in her because he didn't like blondes. He was into brunettes. She put the wig on for this movie, and she said, oh, he turned and gave her a look.
Yeah, all of a sudden he was interested.
Yeah, The Third Man's one of my favorite films of all time. It's in the top 20
I still
list.
haven't seen it, and it was shot in the city I live in. It's embarrassing. There's actually a Third Man tour that you can take here.
Well, he does the same kind of lighting in this film. He doesn't really use key lighting the way most people shoot scenes. He does a lot of backlighting and side lighting, which looks more real. Now, a lot of people were pissed off that Heston's playing a Mexican character, but the fact is, he played him honorably and did a fairly good job. His Spanish isn't all that great, better than mine.
I mean, people can be angry until tomorrow. It won't change the fact that Hollywood was not hiring Mexicans, Japanese people, Chinese people, unless it's like a must,
Background
or it's not a main character. They would have hired. Well, they did.
I love it when they say Hollywood used to be racist. I'm like, used to be?
Yeah, right.
No. It's still racist. They just have a shield now.
Yeah, they're racist and woke at the same time. It's weird.
No, they use woke as a shield and a sword, sadly.
By the way, Joseph Cotton is in this movie. Nobody ever recognizes him. He's the doctor that performs the autopsy. And Joseph Cotton, of course, played the part of what was his character name? Lindley? Lime. Something Lime. The
What?
fuck was his name?
Who?
No, not Lime. Fuck. In the movie The Third Man.
Oh,
Ollie Martins. And Orson Welles played Lime. Harry Lime. Takes me a minute to fucking find my way through that deep drawer of information. At least he wasn't playing Asian using prosthetic eyelids.
yeah, but he used prosthetic eyebrows.
I got really angry when they cast Boris Karloff as a member of the undead and put eyelids on him too. That was just fucking rude. Why wouldn't they hire a real dead guy that's been brought back? Sure, there's someone. Yeah, Cotton's not credited in this film, but a lot of people don't recognize him because of all the fucking fake facial hair and the hat and the glasses.
If they wanted a dead guy, they could have hired Betty Davis.
How dare you?
I dare. Fuck that bitch.
And that is when they hire actresses with eyes that look like Betty Davis's, but they're not Betty Davis's eyes. Henry Mancini's music. This is the film that, because he wasn't doing very well getting into Hollywood. So doing the soundtrack for this, he put that extra effort into it. And this is the movie that put him on the map. I also like that there's a lot of walking in this movie and moving around, not just doing like a stage play, everybody standing around a room talking to each other, moving around.
While they're talking. A lot.
But how can a blonde walk and talk at the same time?
They say it's
It's a
impossible,
miracle.
which
a
proves to me she's a bleach blonde.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, all these kids are members of the family. So just so you understand, they're not just some gang kids that he's hired. They're actually in the family, nephews, cousins. Oh man, dude, he was one of the early fucking Fu Manchus. Man, it's like, yeah, that's fucking. It just frustrates the hell out of me because one of the first Charlie Chan movies was actually a Chinese actor, and then they started hiring nothing but white guys in Asian makeup, and it always annoyed me.
Just a sign of the times.
Yep.
I mean, I'm watching Blacklist with my wife, and some episodes you're like, God damn, this thing has started already. I think we're like in season 4. That means around 2018, I think.
The series ended for me in season 3.
All right.
couldn't
I
walk
get it.
past it.
Yeah,
I
I
tried
get it.
to, and I'm like, no, because it went from really good, well written to just fucking crazy, like unbelievable crap.
No, I admit it. There's some stuff that really doesn't make sense, but in some things they just sneak in like environmentalism and other
just
stuff.
goofy shit.
And it's
Politics.
really goofy. It's really, really goofy.
You had to jump through some hoops to make that fucking work. I wanted to comment on this. That's why it's paused. Last thing in this fucking world I would do is just climb into my car after what happened in the opening scene.
Right.
Seriously, if I'm on the Mexican side of that border after that opening scene, I would stop, open up the hood, and look up underneath my fucking car.
Prosecuting a drug lord.
Yeah. Just like, and he keeps doing this throughout the rest of the movie, just getting in and out of that fucking car like nothing. It's like, dude, a guy fucking died at the opening that started this whole thing. Fucking.
I mean, Gary, what are the chances it's going to happen again?
Right. Also, when he pushes the buttons on the radio, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, oh my God, some of this stuff drove me crazy. When
he is letting his wife go to a hotel on her own.
Maybe
How
Orson Welles.
How can he let her out of his eyesight going after a drug lord? Not make sure she's safe at every
After
moment
she
of the
was intimidated and he knows it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Exactly.
Orson Welles wanted you to be on the edge of your seat every time he pushes a button.
You know what?
He did. I think he
You know
did
what?
that.
This movie is the first thriller that bored me.
What?
Yeah.
There's the rear screen projection that they reshot with a different director. Go ahead, Anima.
No, I made my point. I got bored by this movie because it's so hyper-focused on the artsy-fartsy lighting and camera angles and whatever shit that the story falls completely flat for me.
And by the way, when you see the footage that was shot by Orson Welles, it's more backlit. Well, like not on their faces like that. This doesn't even look like it's shot by the same director of photography.
Si, senor.
I think Matinee doesn't like me anymore.
Oh, no.
He was, he was the voice of Unicron.
And he didn't get what the whole movie was about. He just did his lines and that's it.
It's like, basically the director's like, come on, man, this movie's written for a 4th grader. And he goes, that's why I don't understand it.
Yeah, but why keep calling him Ramon? It's Miguel
Ramon
or
is-
Mike
Who are you talking about?
Gambit. It says that the character is Ramon Miguel Vargas, but I never seen that name. I only have seen Miguel Vargas or Mike.
Yeah, I've only
Vargas.
seen Miguel. I don't know. Let me go look it up real quick. Mike Vargas, Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel. She calls him Mike. Oh my god! that
Apparently,
woman
his
is-
full name is Ramon Miguel Vargas.
Miguel.
Miguel, sorry.
That
Don't apologize to him. Fuck him.
That's what Wikipedia has him listed as.
Say he never gives up.
Oh, let me check that on Wikipedia. Oh,
Yeah,
but
am
I
on
wouldn't
Wikipedia.
put too much credence in Wikipedia because they say that she was injected with heroin, when in reality was sodium pentothal.
Yep. Well, they make it sound like that because when the girl asks her, "Do you know what mainlining is?" And that's what mainlining is shooting up with heroin.
Yeah, but the doctor,
I know later the doctor says it
No,
wasn't
was
heroin, it was
pentothal.
sodium pentothal, truth serum. So within the film, they made it sound like it was heroin too. But in fact, it wasn't heroin. They injected her with truth serum.
Well,
Which is
that's what
really weird.
her neighbor at the motel thinks that is what they're doing. So she's warning her about heroin.
Was she warning her? I thought she was being menacing to her.
Yes, she was the leader of the gang.
Yeah, she's the one that wants to RAPE her, the other female, which is why they show that scene and her looking at her the way she is. And all of a sudden she realized right at that moment, she wakes up and sees them all around her. And that woman looking at her like that is like, that's when she knows, oh, I'm in serious fucking trouble. Now, did anybody catch who Mirador Motel night manager was in this?
No, don't know who he is.
That is none other than Dennis Weaver, who played McLeod on TV. He also played the original deputy in Gunsmoke until he left the show and to do films. And they brought in the other actor to play Festus. Orson Welles said that this was the most fun he'd ever. Actually, everybody said that worked on the film had a blast making this movie. Everybody had a good experience, you know, and I love hearing stories like that he had so much fun doing this because he got them off his backs and he was allowed to make his movie by tricking them into thinking that he was going to make movies for them by doing that opening scene instead of 10 cuts or more. Did them all in one shot. There he is. That's Dennis Weaver right there. He's one of the few people I ever stole one of my jokes from.
Who was the studio?
Universal, isn't it? Isn't this Universal?
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright.
Universal. Universal had already changed hands. Like, I think it was 6 years before. It was in the 50s. It was after The Revenge of the Creature. And they were running out of money. They were in financial trouble. And basically had to sell the studio. And the house that Frankenstein built, they didn't want to say Dracula, they said Frankenstein. Even though Universal had made other horror films, you know, horror creatures, you know, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Phantom of the Opera, Dracula, and then Frankenstein. But it's the house that Frankenstein built because it's the one that just made money hand over fist. This is a great scene where, you know, basically Orson Welles' character is sowing the seeds of what he's going to do for framing somebody. And ironically, as you find out at the end of the movie,
He was right.
he was right. He hadn't. He did put the dynamite in the box.
Yes.
Because Vargas saw that box. And so he knew that. But he was framing the right person.
Which
And
doesn't make it better.
Doesn't make it good or better. No, it's still fucking criminal what he did. He framed him for the crime he committed. But you've heard cops, good cops admit to this shit. I know this guy fucking did it. I knew he was our guy, and I wasn't going to let him get away with it. And that doesn't make it fucking right. That's how the fucking system works. I don't like it either. But that's the law. That if you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that somebody did something and do so lawfully, then you're no better than them. And I absolutely believe that. And we just saw a case where that happened. A guy was in prison for almost 30 years for a murder he not only didn't commit, the prosecutor and the sheriff colluded to withhold evidence that proved beyond a shadow of a doubt he didn't do it.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh my God. Yeah. And now, let me tell you, it destroyed their fucking careers when it finally came out. And the only thing that happened was the lawyer that was representing this man pro bono in prison. He'd already been in there for 20 years, 25 years when he started representing him. And he just looked at this. He says, there's no way this man was ever found guilty. And then he got some of the evidence. Finally, he had to fight to get it, and they wouldn't let him do it. And he said, the only reason they won't release that evidence to me is because they know it exonerates my client. That's the only reason they're withholding it. And when he forced their hand by the new DA, because the original DA was now a judge, and he was helping protect him. And he actually said this in one of their interviews with the other attorney. He said, we just don't want to muddy the waters. And he got off that phone call and he goes, what the fuck did he mean by muddy the waters? And he started really thinking about that. And he goes, there's evidence he knows about. And he's withholding this evidence from me because he knows it's going to hurt his friend. So finally, after dodging him for a while, like over a year, dodging him and denying giving him the thing, he finally walked into the DA's office and loudly said, what are you afraid of in front of everybody in this fucking room? What are you afraid of that you won't release that information to me? That it's going to prove your friend framed somebody for a crime they didn't commit? Why won't you give us that information? Immediately, that guy fucking gave him the information. And it's exactly what it did. And so he got out between 25 and 30 years he'd been in prison. And it cost him his son because his son believed that he killed his mother, when in fact there was other evidence. One of those things was a statement made by his mother-in-law, the mother of the girl, that his wife that he supposedly killed, where she talked to her grandson, and the grandson said, Daddy wasn't there. He was like 3.5, 4 years old, saw the person who did it. And they withheld that information too. But then that family was kind of shitty for treating him like he was guilty and, wanting to adopt his son away from him. And just people are fucking shitty, man. If somebody can get away with it, if they think they can get away with it, people are capable of some really fucking awful shit. That's all I got to say. But eventually it all came out, man. And it destroyed that judge's career. And what's worse is a lot of people don't realize this when you talk about, the judicial system. That puts every case that they ever tried in that town, any arrest that sheriff made, and any fucking conviction they got off of that arrest into question. That means they got to pull out every fucking case and go over them with a fine-tooth comb. And you can see a lot of crimes being overturned because of that shit. What did it gain? What did it get them doing that? Nothing. And that's the kind of cop he is in this movie. Quinlan. He's a cop that thinks that because I know this guy's guilty. It makes it okay what I'm going to do. And of course, the irony in this, because I'm telling you, if somebody understood irony, it was Orson Welles. That guy really knew how to write a script. He knew that the greatest irony in this film would be after he's died trying to cover up what he did, kills his partner, and then dies, and only to, be shown later, oh, he was guilty. The guy admitted to planting the bombs. It's like, wow. Oh, that's what he's best known for, Slasher Fred. Yeah, Pink Panther theme. Fucking love that theme. Love those movies. Except for Son of the Pink Panther and the one he did before that when Peter Sellers died while making it. So they brought Roger Moore in to play him after he had plastic surgery.
My God, Janet Leigh was...
A lot of people think that. I don't. Vera Miles is prettier to me. She played her sister in Psycho. I think she's got a stern face. She looks angry all the time. Her eyebrows come down to almost a frown. Look at the way her eyebrows are shaped. She always looks stern to me. Women like that, I don't know. Just like, Premiered as a second half, double hints of B-movie status after the main feature. Yeah. Dennis Weaver shot his part of a 3-day hiatus from his TV series Gunsmoke.
You did like Marlene in this, though, right?
Oh, yeah, I like Marlena. Marlena's good in anything she does. My God, that woman. And I loved it when she fucking blew off Madonna. Like, Madonna was like, you got us, you inspired me, yeah, you can't do. And she basically, in her own way, called her a cheap whore. Fucking Marlena.
She's just a copycat. Madonna.
Well, and ironically, years later, what's her name would copy her?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. And I was just like, well, there you go. Copying a copy. Is that kind of like a hat on a hat? I love this scene because it's in this scene, and I love the way Orson directed Heston on this to show everything in the eyes. That when they find that dynamite in the bathroom, watch Heston's face. He's scowling, and he's looking like perplexed. And he's starting to already piece it together. And of course, he's wrong, though. Vargas is wrong because the kid isn't innocent. But
he's not arguing the innocence. He's arguing the framing.
Yeah, framing is what's bad here. What is it, Pete? I found it. And sadly, his partner is a hapless dupe that trusts him, his partner. We've been partners for 12 years, man. There it is. His fucking expression here. Is that so? The eyebrows go up. People who say Heston can't act can suck a dick.
Who says Heston can't act?
Yeah,
I have
who
heard
says that?
I have heard people that are in our community say that.
Wow.
And I'm like, fuck off. Heston's a great fucking actor. Yes, he's an overactor sometimes, but man, he knows a scene. And he delivered one of the single greatest lines in film history for me, and Martin knows what that is.
No.
You can play it if you want to. You added it.
Oh, right.
Him and Gregory Peck get it.
You take a hell of a long time to say goodbye.
I love that fucking movie. I really do.
Oh, that movie's awesome, man.
And I love how the way Wyler shoots the fight scene, most of it from a distance, with all that landscape, making them look like two ants. And it's such a great framing of a scene to have these two guys with their little fucking fight. It's so big to them, but they're little tiny fucking nothings. in this giant landscape. Oh man, William Wyler, man. William Wyler is one of the greatest directors of all time. Another one whose name sounds very similar is Wilder. Another great fucking director, Billy Wilder. Elia Kazan, John Ford, and one more, Gary. Come on. You pulled all those names out of the drawer. You can
John
do this.
Huston.
Thank you. John Huston.
I was
And
waiting for you. It's the easiest one.
I fucking love John Huston's movies, man. I love his direction. He and Bogart, man, fucking gold. You get those two together, fucking gold. Because Heston was conservative. Yeah, you know what pisses me off about that shit is he's not that fucking conservative. What do I mean? John Wayne and he did not get along because he was more liberal side of conservatism. He was an Arnold Schwarzenegger type conservative. And John Wayne was bleeding red, white, and blue conservative. And don't get me wrong, I love Heston. I love his stances on a lot of things. He was the first Hollywood personality to step out against segregation and the fighting. He fought, went to the streets. No other celebrity did this before him. Got out on the street and marched with Martin Luther King, for pro-civil rights, the rights of marriage. Just God, man, all those Dixiecrats, fucking just Yeah, John Ford was the same way. He was absolutely, you nailed it there, Gambit. He was another one of those bled red, white, and blue. You know, John Ford was one tough guy, and he was hated by a lot of people. But I think the hatred that they had for him was not because of his political stance, but because he was a son of a bitch to work for. I mean, one of his best fucking friends, he decked, got into a fist fight and knocked him to the ground, Henry Fonda, while making Mr. Roberts. Got him fired. Ford got fired, and he brought in a secondary director to finish the film.
Let's be honest, Fonda had it coming.
Fonda's kind of an asshole. He really is. But I got to tell you something.
That whole fucking family, man.
Well, there's a reason why he stopped talking to his daughter, right?
Because she
was a traitor. Whore? She was a traitor. And he did not like that. He had problems with Peter, too. It's his bullshit. But because he was against that drug abuse shit. But he really, their relationship was strained for a long time. It was strained working together when he did on Golden Pond. It was very difficult for him to work with her. And because he did not approve of what she did. Now, he never denounced her publicly because he's a dad, man, for God's sakes. But those that knew him knew that how he felt about what she did, going to Vietnam, all that shit. And worse than that, he asked her and begged her not to, and she just ignored him. And that made him even angrier. And because he's a big old Hollywood liberal. Absolutely. But at the same time, he was a fucking veteran and he loved this country. And I believe that a lot of Democrats love this country. But right now we've got another problem, the infiltration of the same group of people that were a problem when they started doing the HUAC hearings, which is the socialist communists. My problem with them is they lumped in liberals with them. And I consider liberals okay in my book. Keith is liberal. We get along great. And we don't agree all the time, but you know how it is. Oh, look who's here. Oh, my. John's here. Here you go, John.
Hey, John.
I did it at the beginning of the show. That, of course, is the fake Ultraman from Shin Ultraman because he has the diamond-shaped eyes. They're not round.
Well, now is actually a good time for me to dip out because I've been yawning in the past 30 minutes.
It's
Well,
past
thank
midnight
you.
for you, so.
Mephisto,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being here, buddy. Any
Always.
last thoughts on this film?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, it's funny. John, you wanted to join us today? What's up? Oh, can't hear you.
Sorry.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah, I went to the dentist, so I came home early.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I just had some fillings. So my mouth's
Well,
all now.
we all have feelings, buddy. It's okay. Let it out.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Feelings. Whoa, whoa.
I did get something cool in the mail today.
What'd you get?
Well,
Yeah, you
not-
get put over your face. Put
Hang
over your
on.
face.
Hang on. I'll just turn that back off.
Okay.
Okay, put this on pause. Wait. Ah.
Oh, your book.
Okay. Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. God, I could hardly.
Holy shit, is big.
That's a thick book.
Wow. Yeah.
531 pages.
Whoa, man.
Man, I wish you had a friend that could do book covers for you.
Yeah, I do too. Considering I'm gonna talk to that friend about doing the covers for my game book, since I already had these made. So
All right. So yeah, man. What's the point in having an artist friend? Shall we drink to that? This is the scene with where he lays down with the devil, or so you think, but he's already got a plan. And this fucking dickhead that's orchestrated all this shit from the Bob and everything has no idea that he is going to be the other guy's patsy. I hate those track helm looking fucking motor lodgers. Fucking hate them. Yeah, Gary doesn't know anyone who can draw. Man, if only I knew somebody. Yeah, the troops have overstepped their bounds one too many times. What are we talking about there? Did I miss something?
ICE agents.
I don't know what they've done.
I forgot Dennis Weaver was in this.
Yeah, in a bit part. He's the guy that is the night clerk at the motor lodge. And he's also like developmentally disabled and a little wacky.
The Mirador. No.
Boo.
Hey.
Yep. They say hi.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell, so I probably shouldn't say anything unless Shinatsky says it's okay. What he's going to be doing on the 22nd of the month. Going to be pretty cool. But if you don't recognize that old gentleman there sitting down, he was the lead detective on Perry Mason. And his name was Ray Collins, and he sadly suffered heavily from COPD towards the end of his life. And Perry Mason directors and cast supported him by showing him on the credits for the show, even if he wasn't in the episode. And some of the episodes he had to be sitting when they came up because it was so bad, the emphysema. And he eventually died before the last season, or last two seasons. He was gone by the last two seasons, and they had to bring in other characters to play the cops, not just one cop, but just a couple of detectives that they dealt with. The movie can be seen as one of the first movies where the cast and crew credits are not shown until the end. Depends on which version. Now that looks like a dude, but that's actually a chick. So they kind of imply heavily a lot of things that Hollywood was afraid of talking about that were taboo subject. And clearly she's one of those
thespian.
What thespians?
Yeah.
You know, actors that like other actors of the same gender.
You were doing so well, man. I was proud of you.
I let the
jokes.
I let the jokes go where they're leading me. I'm never sure where I'm going to go with it, and I went, okay, I'm going to go one more step.
Never do that, Martin. Never do that. You just get disappointed with this one.
Gambit, the last I saw was the latest news on it was the Wrap. It was either Hollywood Reporter or the Wrap, and it was like 3 hours old, and it said they were still negotiating. Now, are you sure? Look into that, what you're reading, and make sure that the negotiations are completed, because until they've signed a contract, I'm just not going to buy it. But I do know that not Paramount, Universal needs a win right now. And they're also apparently clearing out everything from the recent Star Trek stuff over the last, since 2008. And they're just getting rid of it, not doing this anymore. And we're going to start afresh with Star Trek. And they do plan to do TV and film.
Variety says that they are reuniting.
So there it is. Okay, so Variety was one of them I read earlier that said they were still in negotiations too. So if Variety's published it, that means the discussion is done.
Yeah, and Radio Silence, I guess, is Olpen and Gillert are directing it.
I saw Radio Silence. I'm just going to tell you right now, if I knew somebody that demanded that I call them Radio Silence in the real world, not on YouTube, I would tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
I fucking hate fake names like that are clearly fake. It's just like, basically, I'm going to get people to say this name so they know how stupid I think they are. I wouldn't fucking address them by that.
I don't blame you. That's not like two authors having a single pen name.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little different because
it's different than a pen name. This is something else. Radio Silence. Fuck off. Anyway, cool. I don't feel that way, Gambit. I feel that I've wanted that for a while, even though I'm not a fan of the Mummy IP, because it's not the Mummy, it's Indiana Jones Jr. And that's all it is to me. The Mummy is a horror film, and it always needs to be a horror film. If it's action adventure, it is not the Mummy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, hello.
Look at that.
They say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you wave?
We're waving. We're waving.
You don't want to wave? See, wave.
Hi. Hi.
It's gonna scare the kid.
They're waving at you. No. Okay.
No. Hey, tell him that he sounds just like my fiance Anima whenever I ask her to do stuff.
No. Oh my God.
I'm not going to pass that along. Sorry.
We are not trained monkeys.
I did not. No, I didn't mean that as dirty stuff, John, you bastard. Yeah, McGee's another one. Like, fuck you with McGee. Unless he was a friend of mine and that was the nickname, I would do it. That's adorable. That boy is so adorable.
Yeah.
The little wolf.
So cute.
By the way, Venice at this point where they shot this on location was already beginning to be abandoned. In fact, down the road, a lot of those shops were already closed. And eventually, an entire section of them were tore down. for building other businesses. But there's one full block of those original arches still available there that you can go there and see them in person. I have.
In
that was
Venice
one of my
Beach?
pilgrimages. Yeah. I went down to Venice with Zoe, man. And I said, we got to go here. She goes, why? I said, one of my favorite movies ever made was shot here. She goes, where? And I went, right here where we're standing. I was pointing at I said, this is used in the movie to represent the Mexican border town. And it was actually right here in Venice. And she's like, wow. And then didn't give a shit. And
back when they used to film movies in Hollywood.
Dude, I get
well, they don't offer any tax credits there now. Now it costs you even more money to shoot in Los Angeles. More money. If you want to shoot in British Columbia, Oregon, Washington, or anywhere on the East Coast, it's half what you have to pay to shoot in Los Angeles. And I'm talking about Los Angeles County and Los Angeles City proper. It's fucking goofy.
Oh, nice.
I still have to finish.
Dude, I get it. Every time we have to go to Federal District, we have to cross through locations in recognizable locations in Man on Fire. And I always get the smile, and my family, they don't get it. I told them the first time, oh, here is when that happened. And they say, oh, and that's it. Never again.
By the way, I see a couple of people snuck in here. Connie Cleary and Vinkman's Girl.
Oh, yes.
And so I didn't say hi to those two. So I hope everybody's doing well. And I still, by the way, Gambit, I can't find a clip where anybody in the movie says Gambit. So I'm probably going to have to look at Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, you could go for X-Men Origins Wolverine, in which Gambit is played by Taylor Kitsch, or you can go with Channing Tatum in.
Well, I got to tell you, I like him better. I like the other kid. I like him as an actor. Okay, I fucking respect that kid, but I did not like him as Gambit.
Gambit, no.
That's Channing Tatum. That's
Channing Tatum is the only one I ever want to see in that part because he nails it, even though his Cajun Creole accent is awful. So yeah, he did the trailer. Yeah, Gambit. Yep, he did the trailer voiceover narration for that. Yeah, Orson Welles has like an unmistakable voice, like James Earl Jones. The film's opening prologue on the DVD states in 1950s, Orson Welles completed principal stars with Touch of Evil and edited the first cut. Yeah, we showed that. It's on this video. The improved shot additional scenes and re-edited. He had nothing to do with the additional shots that were made. They were shot by a different director and clearly a different DP because they're lit differently. And I don't like them. But he understood what the studio wanted. He wanted them happy, but they were pissed at him, man, for leaving the country to go down and scout for another movie when he was supposed to be back helping make changes. Because you send in your cut, and it's typical the studio asks for changes. So you got to make yourself available, and he didn't. And he's lucky that all they did was in their, relationship, because they could have sued him, breach of contract. That's the scene right there when she's looking at her. Holy crap, man, that's intense, because you know what she's looking at her like that for.
Yeah, this movie has so many big stars in it. It's ridiculous. Oh, a lot of old Hollywood.
Yep.
Oh, and you have a concatenation of fanboyism here because Heston was fanboying after Wells, but Wells was fanboying about Joseph. Oh, the guy, this guy.
Yeah.
He said he has been his favorite actor since he was 10 years old. So,
and look, man, he got some good old actors here. Ray Collins included, that plays the district attorney. Man,
Joseph Cotton is in a small role, uncredited.
Uncredited, and it's so much makeup that it's hard to recognize him.
Yep.
And he plays the doctor, and he's got the mustache, the big thick Coke bottle bottom glasses, and he's got the big wide brim fedora on.
Yeah.
So when he comes up for his scene, you don't know who the fuck he is.
It's also got Marlena Dietrich in it, which was
She got brought up earlier.
Oh, did she? Okay. Well,
yeah, we talked.
You can't get.
We talked
her.
heavier about her. Yeah, because she had a thing for Orson Welles and had for years, but he wouldn't turn an eye her way because she was blonde, and she said that. So then this character she's playing is a brunette. So she put that brunette wig on, walked out in front of Orson Welles, and Orson Welles gave her an eye then. He looked right at her going, holy shit, you are fucking hot. Anyway, I wanted to show you this again. I thought you would like that. It's not posable. I don't really like posable. I like maquettes. I'm a big fan of maquettes. And I like to buy them already in poses. And the other one I wanted, but decided to go with this one, was the flying Shin Ultraman. Because it looks really fucking cool. I'm like, I could hang that up, you know. Fucking looks cool.
That is inviting disaster once my cat is there. Have stuff hang from the ceiling. She's going to go.
Oh, it'll be taller than her. Don't worry, she can't jump that high. So what do you think about the Godzilla news? One, the title of the film, Godzilla 0.0 or Zero. Minus zero.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, minus zero. That three of the theories are, and I like two of them. It's not like I dislike the third theory, but I really like the fact that they could be playing with the name Zero because of Monster Zero.
Yeah.
Which is King Ghidorah. And the other one I like is when he turned the side, or he had it sideways up. It was the right side up.
Yeah.
The line across the G is different this time, and it looks like the Smog Monster and Hedorah. And he has said time and time again that he's always wanted to remake Hedorah, and that could be what we're looking at here. And I'm hoping that one above all. And then the other one was the G also looks like a woman praying. And it could be a reference to her, that she's infected and that she's also connected directly to Godzilla, which could turn her into a creature. So I don't know, man.
I don't think they're going to go that route. That theory doesn't. You know.
Well, that's why I didn't bring it up in my messages. The two I think that have some ground is King Ghidorah, Monster Zero, but I don't think, because you said it in the private chat when we talked before, was that the alien thing could be off-putting.
Yeah.
So they might not include that, but instead have a creature that's not from this world.
Yeah, it doesn't fit with the mythos that they've built in based on the original 54 and the minus one.
Yep. So I think it's going to be that, or I love the fucking idea of, sludge coming alive.
Yeah.
Just
Hedorah,
fucking cool. Because I always liked the slime monster. Other people didn't like it, like diehard Showa era fans.
Well,
and I'm like, I'm Showa era. It's like, I fucking love that movie.
The praying could also be a reference to to priestess, as in the twins.
Mothra.
As in Mothra.
Right. Yep. Which I would love that too. I would love to see, bringing back Mothra.
Oh, please bring her back. She's my favorite kaiju.
But other people were like, why is it called zero, minus zero? Because minus one was because in his theory was that the negative is Godzilla. He's the minus one. But now it's minus zero. So is he neutral? He's going to be a good guy to save the city?
The whole thing is based on your technology. It's because the atomic bomb knocked him to 0. Godzilla knocked him back a further step. So that's what the whole -1 is the devastation of Godzilla was a further step backwards in Japan's development.
And I think that's why he doesn't have an accent. Because he's more like a Texican, a Mexican from Texas. In the movie Ed Wood, the Orson Welles character complains to the Ed Wood character about meddling and direct, all that stuff. And what always pissed me off is they got Vincent D'Onofrio to play Orson Welles in that. And he practiced his fucking Orson Welles voice. And he thought he did a fairly good job. And he was a little let down when he found out they dubbed him with the voice actor from Tiny Toons that did the voice of the Orson Welles mouse.
The guy does.
Peek in the brain. Peek in the brain.
Paulson.
Yeah. And he was bothered by that was done. Yeah, Duel is a great film. It's technically it's not a theatrical film. It was done for TV, but later Spielberg paid to have it shown theatrically, so it could be considered part of his movie catalog.
If Bruce the Shark was a truck.
Yeah, it was 1977 when he did that. And because I remember I was in London and they were promoting that you could go down off Piccadilly Circus and see Duel in the theater. I'm like, well, that's fucking cool. I'd already seen it because it was on TV. It was on television.
Oh,
what?
Maurice LaMarche is who Gambit's saying that dubbed Vincent D'Onofrio in Ed Wood.
Yeah, it's the same actor that did the voice on the cartoon.
I'm pretty sure it's Paulson. Maybe he's Pinky or Brain or Pinky. Sorry.
Yeah, Maurice LaMarche, the voice actor who portrayed the brain in Pinky and the Brain and dubbed Orson Welles' voice in Ed Wood.
Okay.
Same actor.
Yeah, he does. He does Pinky. Rob Paulson.
And looped most of his voice.
Rob Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
Hey, D-Bud's here.
Hey, D-Bud Martin.
Hi, D-Bud.
Oh, LaMarche is the brain and Gary is the peach. And I'm assuming that means ass.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And because you mentioned ass, that also references backdoor, you get the video of the day.
The key to this whole thing is the dynamite. The killer didn't just want Lineker dead, he wanted him destroyed, annihilated.
Over here, Vargas. We're going in the back way.
Anima, of course, caught that.
Yeah.
Now, this is a funny moment.
Catch a back door.
He had to go into this room up there, and there was a passed out fucking drunk in the hotel room. And she was surrounded by ADs and to make sure she was safe to walk through this room and go out to the balcony. But yeah, he was absolutely fucking plastered, and unconscious. And that was Janet Leigh that had to do that. And I love because suddenly at this point the story begins speeding up. Been a slow burn, and now everything's on the line. He's being threatened personally because he's calling Orson Welles' character crooked for knowingly and intentionally trying to frame somebody for a crime that maybe they did or didn't commit. That wasn't the point, but that he was framing him. His wife is missing, and unbeknownst to him, Orson Welles' character is framing her to make him look bad because he alleged that he does drugs and his wife's a junkie.
Also, this is Zsa Zsa Gabor's club.
Yeah, Zsa Zsa, of the two sisters, Zsa Zsa and Ava Gabor, she was the smarter of the group. Or am I thinking the wrong one? No, it's Ava Gabor. That was
Ava was a smarter one. Zsa Zsa was
the ditz that slapped a cop.
Yeah, that's her.
Thought that's not going to blow up in my face, slapping a cop. Put her ass in jail. I love these pit shots that he's doing. These low angle shots are referred to as pit shots. And it's something you expect to see in a kaiju film. But when you see it in a regular film, it throws you off balance, and it's meant to make everybody look like giants because what they're talking about is really important. And he's visually telling you this is important.
They used a lot in noir too.
Well, that's where it got its start as a noir film.
Doesn't this one count as noir film?
It technically
This
does.
is noir film.
Yeah.
It technically does, even though it's not a detective film. It is a crime. It is a mystery that involves cops. It's not your typical noir story, but it is noir, especially in how they shot it.
It's
there he
noir
is.
adjacent.
That's Cotton. That's Cotton right there. And thankfully, he finds out that wasn't heroin she was injected with. She was injected with sodium pentothal. Oops.
Yeah, they could have killed her, but at least she's not dependent.
Yeah, technically, she's not high. He's just out of it. And this is where he begins to pay attention to him. And now he wants to talk to him alone. And he's going to show him.
Yeah, that piece of evidence is what snapped him out of his glamour.
Yeah, his hero worship of his partner. And this is such an important scene in the film because this is where everything is starting to come together in the story.
Gambit? Yes, he does. In just some seconds ago, he was with her in her cell. And it's his wife.
Newlywed.
Yep.
They're on their honeymoon. Great way to spend a honeymoon. Get involved with Mexican drug people.
Man. And this whole chasing with the radio, they have to change the whole thing because Orson saw that bridge and he knew that he had to use it. And so he has to went back and rewrite the script.
Really?
Yeah. thingy. Well, part of the script now, but man, couldn't he lower the volume of the receiver?
Right.
God
Just make it
damn.
loud enough.
Or using an earpiece. I don't know.
By the way, one of the things I really liked at the end, and I wish they had originally kept it that way, was that when Orson Welles is in there, Quinlan is in there with Marlene Dietrich. What was her character's name?
Tana.
Yeah.
What was it?
Tana.
Tana. Okay. So originally he was to get up, and right here, this moment, they changed the edit from the way Orson did it, which is they have him stand up, look at her, and then turn to walk away, and then she looks up at him. They never make eye contact. So it makes it even more sad for his character that the one character that loved him and he loved back didn't get that one last connection before he goes off and gets killed. Because this was actually done when his back was to her, when she finally looks up. And then she realizes and feels, this feels like the last time I'm ever going to see him.
And of course, she's right.
And Quinlan does the same thing. When he looks back at her, he looks at her like it feels like the last time he's ever going to look at her. And he knows it. Now, this was that final cut. Let's see if they fix that.
No, here's Quinlan. Remembering? No, they didn't fix that. In this cut, they
look
have
at
their
each other.
conversation and look at each other. They decide to move in out of the house because the freaking pianola was too loud.
Can you believe that Marlene Dietrich is 15 years older than Wells? And he looks so old in this, and she's still so hot. She was 56 when she made this.
And again, people who tried to say that, no, he wasn't fat when he made this, that was padding and makeup. I'm like,
no.
He ate and he drank. It was not healthy.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah, you see it with the eyes. Exactly.
Sander Hammerschlag. Welcome.
Hey,
Hi,
Sander.
Oh, she was in shape, Gambit. She had a 70 or something year career.
Yeah.
Made it all the way up to 90. Marlene Dietrich. When she died, she was 90 years old, so she took care of herself. She always looked gorgeous.
And I love that she shit on Madonna.
Oh yeah. Because Marlene could sing and she could act. Madonna can't do either.
That's why I've never watched that fucking movie, Evita.
I haven't either.
I have.
Never
It's
watched that
not
movie.
that good.
She is the wrong
She's
voice for that.
that, and she can't act. She's stiff like a board of wood. I like musicals, but that one was meh.
Is that Antonio Banderas that was in that with her?
No. Checking.
Who?
I said that I am checking, but I am positive it was not Banderas. Oh yes, it was him. That's what happened when you don't see movies. Yeah, because
The
there's
things
no
you
way.
learn here.
There's no way I'm gonna watch that ever.
Why?
I mean, a movie about the Perons. No thanks.
Mm.
Well, it wasn't him that was beloved. It was her, Evita.
I don't.
Yeah.
She was a monster. She was the one pulling the strings. The worst thing is he got killed because he pressed Quinlan about the gun, and Quinlan wasn't the one who took the gun. He got the gun on the hotel room when he was strangling Uncle Joe Randy.
I have
The
no
gun
idea what
was
this is.
By the way, the best Austrian director I know is Otto Preminger. I loved his movie. And he's a good actor, too. He was the original Mr. Freeze, which is one of the cool reasons why they cast Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Preminger. Yeah, you say his name so weird.
Oh,
Took me a while.
we lost a moment when Quinlan got shot.
The sad part is when he looks up and sees his dead friend.
Mm. I think he shot him, but I think he hasn't realized what he has done because the stupor of how drunk he is. I think when he saw him, yeah, when he saw him finally dead on the bridge when he's about to die is when the reality of it waits on him.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that.
Well, in the case of Quinlan, was kill and be killed.
Yeah, he didn't get away.
Now I got to tell you, when you marry a hot wife, even after you just almost died and watched two men get killed, you still want to fuck.
God.
Well, after what she's been through, I doubt that she wants to.
Hey, wait. How are you, man?
Hi, Wade.
I'm not excited about it, but I think it's good news.
Oh my God, Sander. Did Orson Welles die on Bacalaca Street? Not even close. But you've earned it. Once again, if I can find it.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bacalaca Street.
Beautiful eyes, man.
Well, wait, that bar is not too high, to be honest.
Yeah, look, that wasn't Cruz's fault. That was J.J. Abrams and Alex Kurtzman.
Really, Sander? But she has a thing. She had a thing for Orson Welles. So
She probably liked both.
She actually had a thing for Orson, yeah.
I mean, she was married. Married and had a daughter, so.
yes, Gambit, I agree with you. That is the best mommy film.
What is?
The 1932 with Karloff. I'm not saying that the racers are bad. Just saying that was the best of all.
Well, for me, the Mummy films aren't the Mummy films. I brought this up a little bit ago because it's a horror film, and they moved away from that and turned into an action adventure film. And I'm just like, that's not the Mummy. Then they had some of the elements in the movie, but it still wasn't there. And I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed all of them, even the last one with Rachel Weisz not returning. But I will never really see them as Mummy films. I'll see them as Indiana Jones Jr.
That's what I was going with this comment. Wait, the 1932 movie, even though they kept the character of Imhotep, there are completely different genres. So will be more like Mummy 1. Oh, I don't know.
It'll make him lose weight. But a lot of his weight, a lot of people don't know this is medical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Showed up my 7-inch Karloff. Is that what you call it now?
My God, why?
He fucking set up the joke, man. I showed up my 7-inch Karloff.
Now, wait, John Bobbitt can make that joke.
I almost want to ask, what kind of stream was that?
Says the guy drinking piss.
Right.
If your piss is this color, see a doctor. Yeah, you did say it was a member stream. Yes, you did. What's this one? What are you doing? Oh, original Scarface. Paul Muni would go on to play a character that was originally played by Boris Karloff, playing a character that looks like Boris Karloff in Arsenic and Old Lace stage production, but he wasn't available to be in the film for contractual reasons. So Paul Muni played it in the Cary Grant film, the Boris Karloff character. Well, overall, Adam, I know you didn't like the film, but do you recognize the artistic creation with that film?
Yes, I said that. But I think they hyper-focused on all the lighting and camera angles and how they compose the shots, and they lose the story. They forget to tell a good story. This is about a crime. This is a thriller. And it's just boring.
Well, I will say it might be boring, but I won't say it's not a good story. It's a very good story. It's a solid
No, I did.
The way they tell it does not grip you.
That's just it. It's not that it's not a bad. It's a good story. It's not a bad story. It's just not the way.
I didn't say bad story. I say they forget about the storytelling.
No,
all the artistic stuff.
You said it, quote unquote. It's not a good story, and so I'm just saying I won't agree with that. But I understand where you didn't like it. So,
well, I didn't find it boring. I find it
slow burn.
No. I like slow burns. I found it
I did too.
Disturbing and uncomfortable to watch, because the whole thing became the unsafe state of the wife.
Oh,
and I was the whole movie feeling, because the movie moves you inch by inch to what is going to happen to her, but you don't know to what extent, and all that tension really got me. So I couldn't enjoy it because I was really stressed out, but I liked it.
They're two wholly different films. The way it was done, it's other than really in name. Scarface isn't the same story with the Oliver Stone, Brian De Palma film, and whereas the one from the 30s, it's more akin to a regional gangster kind of film. It's just different. It's a different animal. And I liked it that somebody brought up earlier in the chat that when it was released in the U.S. back in, 32, that in Chicago, it was given a different name because Chicago is so connected directly to Scarface, Capone. And they were worried about there being violence over the film being shown there in Chicago. So they changed it to Scarface something. I can't remember what it was. No, but didn't get starred. Okay. Oh, well. When I say that I find the 1983 version with Al Pacino equally compelling, totally different, because both have different time sensibilities. Well, they're just in so many different ways. It's wholly different films. It's like, I think the only thing really in common is the fucking name of the movie. And my God.
And the character is called Tony. But that. They don't have
Montana. Tony Montana.
No, in one. The other is, okay. Gabit says Tony Camonte. I don't know. I haven't seen the 1932 yet.
That was it. Yeah, the shame of the nation, because they're afraid of the potential for violence in Chicago. I get it. Yeah. But that's it, guys. We're going to get the heck out of here. Fun show today. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Gambit, Snorty, Andy Morrow, Connie Cleary, Vinkman's Girl, Slasher Fred, Shinatsky, D. Bud Martin, Sander Hammerschlag, and of course, Wade. Thanks for popping in, guys. Hope everybody had a good time. John, thanks for popping in here at the end. It's like Mephisto left, and then a few moments later, you were here. Like, oh,
no,
okay.
it's the other way around. John joined, and then Mephisto decided to fuck off.
Oh, that's right.
Mephisto's afraid of John.
So basically, John drove him away.
Oh, don't be an asshole.
Yeah, do we
like,
have
who are
it
you
here?
talking to? You're not talking to me.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
John's been to the dentist.
Why would you
and
say
you're
that
behaving
to
like
me?
an asshole.
Like, I'm not gonna be an asshole. When is that gonna happen on a planet?
Well, not
guys.
me, I know that.
Okie dokie. So,
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely inside real alone.
oh, we
I already
forgot.
turned it off. No, I turned it off.
No.
You-
What I'm
What?
that we forgot to talk about our sponsor.
Fuck you, Martin.
Sponsor?
Yeah. Factor Beaver.
Oh,
We
is that the one
couldn't
with?
go
is
one
that
fucking
one-
show without that fucking
Is that
thing.
the one? Is that the one with real beaver anal gland butter?
Yes.
My God, that's so delicious. Thanks for reminding me.
I hate you.
All right, guys, we're gonna get the hell out of here. Hope you had a good time. Unless John, did you have any last thoughts, or do you know much about this movie?
I've seen it once a long time ago.
Okay. So John says in his own way, no, thank you. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. I hope everybody has a really good middle of the week. And we will see you again on Friday. Don't forget, tomorrow, Keith is going to be talking about something. I don't know. What is Ben going to be there too?
I don't know. Oh, I expect him to be there. But I don't have any idea what they are planning to talk about.
Well, if you guys do go live, I might pop in to say hi. So we'll see. Anyway, we will see you guys later. Everybody have a great middle of the week hump day. And don't forget, it's your responsibility. Find somebody to hump. It's hump day.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.